And the flour, if you look at it, it still looks, it looks like flour. It doesn't look very crumbly like you'd expect, like a pastry dough would look before you add water to it. So I need to adjust my recipe. Yeah, I mean, it holds its shape. Shape, but if you like touch it, it just breaks too easily, and then it falls like flour. And you use pastry cutters or a knife. Because you don't want the fat to melt. Pastries are generally flaky, but this is a tortilla and it doesn't need to be flaky. In fact, I did do that once and it was flaky and it just came out terrible. So that's why you should use your hands so that it melts and gets warm. That's why we need warm water instead of chilled water. You don't need a flaky tortilla. Alright, this is looking better, more nicely. My mom used to tell me, you know the dough, the flour was ready for water when the flour started to look like it had little balls. But another way to describe that is like it looks crumbly. So there's not enough little balls here. The texture is getting there. It's feeling more like wet sand than a powdery flour. Yeah, it's looking much better. It's looking better. It still doesn't feel right in my hand, so I'm going to add another tablespoon, and that should be enough. So, you know, it will be 6 tablespoons of lard. I'm sure other people do less, much less lard, but it's not the way my family did it, so every Mexican-American family has their own recipe on how to make tortillas. You could stop here if you wanted at 6 tablespoons of lard. I'm going to add one more. So as you can see, tortillas are not a low-calorie bread meal. Yeah, so when you crumple it, you know, you clump it together like this and you try and break it, well, it does make lots of little balls, right? You can get a look at that texture. it's too much water. But also, because you want to give the flour time to absorb the water, if you put it all in once, you'll just be dealing with glue until you get it mixed. So you can see it's starting to take shape. And you know, when we add the water, it'll get sticky. And that's okay. We want it to be sticky until we don't, right? So you want to knead the flour until it stops being sticky. And when it's sticky, it'll stick to the bowl. And as you continue to knead it, once it has sufficient water, it will stop sticking to the bowl and it will come off the bowl completely. And then you can take it out and start kneading it on the table or the counter. And the kneading helps it become one uniform mass and helps create the gluten structures that we need to ensure that it adheres to itself properly. Whoops. It's starting to get to the right consistency. It's, you know, it's springing back. My aunt said, you know, the dough is ready, the masa is ready when it starts to get the consistency of an earlobe, which I think it's at right now. You can see the gluten is forming because it's springing back, so the protein fibers, you know, have aligned in such a way that it makes it spring back. You can see it shrink and pull in. Now, if we were to try to make dough out of this, not dough, but if we were to try to immediately make tortillas out of this, it would be really hard because, you know, you do this and you're doing this the whole time and you're doing all this effort to stretch it out and then it just shrinks. So we have to rest the dough. Then you'll know that it's ready. The best thing to do is to let the dough rest for about 30 minutes. I am not that patient, the longer you let it rest, the easier the dough will be to handle. Okay, so this is a nice consistency, but you can see, like I said, it shrinks. Some people will go ahead and cut out, divvy up the dough and make all of their balls and let it rest like that. I think that I would rather let it rest in a big clump, except for this one. I already did it. There. I want it to rest but not lose its moisture. And that's where we will stop. Just the longest I let the dough rest. So let's take a look. See the steam on that. And it's very typically, we're making tortillas in a ball. And then, if you want the tortilla to be round, you actually have to shape it into a disc. And when these discs are called testales, or testal for one, testales for many. And what I do is take the dough in my palm and I'm pushing it down and into the center, and then I turn it. That's just a technique that my family has taught me. And this is what it looks like.
going on too. This is for other people to see. Okay, flip it over. I want you to pick it up and flip it over like this. So we just flipped it over like this.
Tortillas. I've rolled out 4 of them just for you to see. And here we go. And I'm listening, and it is making a sizzling sound, but it is not as distinct as I remember it when my mother made the tortillas. Now the trouble with this griddle is that it heats unevenly, just like most electric, cooking appliances like this, but we'll deal. So you'll notice, I don't know if you can see right there. See, there's bubbles. This side is hotter, obviously, and these bubbles are forming. Sometimes you'll get like big steamy bubbles, and that's okay. Just want to take a look at it. So you want light brown to medium brown spots, and then you know it's cooked. So this griddle has been heating for over an hour. I turned it on when I started making the tortilla, so it's pretty warm. If you don't have a warm griddle, say you throw it on, you've turned on the griddle and it's only been about a minute, and then you throw on the tortilla, then what's going to happen is your tortilla is going to cook slowly, and it'll take too long, and it may not burn, but it'll be crunchy like a cracker. So you want to have your griddle hot before you throw it on. That's a good color there. We'll move these over just so you can see it different. This is a good color right here. This needs a little bit more on one side. But one way to eat a tortilla is like toast, right? You eat bread with butter. You do the same thing with a tortilla. It's so delicious. Some butter and some salt. Move that over. Yeah, actually, let's do that there. Now, it is unfortunate that in my house, I do not have a tortilla warmer. You can look for those. They're usually styrofoam or plastic containers with a lid on it, or they're like plastic on the outside with foam on the inside. It keeps the tortillas really warm. In the absence of a tortilla warmer, there's a pocket right there. You can just use a paper towel. Now, here's my Kerrygold. This is pretty sacrilegious, but I'm going to do it anyway. Just get the butter. Oh yeah, just rub it on here. Just like that. I'm going to roll it up. Ooh, it's hot. There we go. I think you'll enjoy this recipe. You sprinkle a little salt on the butter. They're really good. But that's how you make homemade flour tortillas. I just want to show something else to you. See how bendy it is? Not cracker-like. You can refrigerate these, and I mean about a week, maybe. It could probably last longer, but they're tortillas. I don't think I've ever had tortillas last a week in the refrigerator. The other thing is it's really late at night right now. I'm not going to eat all these tortillas, and I'm not going to make them all right now. So I will cover my bowl with the tostadas and put it in the refrigerator and make it tomorrow. I would say that the raw dough could probably last 3 days in the refrigerator. I wouldn't go more than that. You know, if you're not ready to make them. So it's okay if you make them one day and then make them the next day, or however you want to do it. But this is a really delicious recipe. That's it. Enjoy. That's it. Enjoy your tortillas. Talk to you soon.